Hey guys. So I'm back in America, which I don't want to be. Jamaica was amazing. I got my Jamaican bracelet, got my Jamaican dress on. I did not want to come back to America, but it was a great experience. I'm going back. So my husband, I'm either going with him or my kids or my cousin. I'm going back to Jamaica. The food tastes totally different. Yeah, the food tastes totally different. Okay, fresh food. You don't have to worry about not eating meat, and if the meat is contaminated, it's not. Okay, you don't have to be vegan there. No one's a vegan there. They don't even practice that shit. That shit don't make sense because they grow their meat. They grow their cows. They grow, their goats, and they feed them grass. It's not processed. It's listen, I'm not even going to get into it, okay? I'm not even going to get into it, right? But this video is about, are we still slaves, right? Are we still slaves in America? Africans in America, are we still slaves? Here's what I think, right? Here's what I think, right? That slavery, because we came from kings and queens, so I want you guys to understand that, okay? We came from kings and queens. We didn't come from slaves, okay? Columbus did not discover America, okay? We did not come from slaves. We came from kings and queens and royalty, okay? The government and the system, the European system in America, only wants to teach us about slavery, right? So remember, you gotta be conscious of what you're learning and who you're learning it from, and what their agenda is. So, white America don't want black people in America to prosper, okay? So from kindergarten to college and PhD, we learn what the European system wanted us to learn. That's why it's so key to self-educate yourself as a black person and then educate your black children. Okay, so are we slaves? So mentally we are, right? Mentally, financially, we are. But in the 21st century, I think more black people are waking up to the fact that school is bullshit. School does not help us understand ourselves. School does not, help us become financially free. School does not allow us to unify. Right, so I think a lot of more black people are waking up. I think the conscious community, in the black community is waking up, which is good. But we still have a long way to go, okay? A lot of people are at their jobs today, and you're supposed to have celebrated, Independence Day yesterday, right? So really, black people shouldn't be celebrating 4th of July in the first place, okay? But they did. And a lot of them are at the job, at the slave ship, at the slave plantation today. So mentally, we're still enslaved because we can't control our money. We can't control our time. We can't control our future, okay? We can't control, our wealth, okay? And we don't control what the school system is teaching, okay? So slavery never ended, okay? There's 2 million black men in jail. There's 2 million foster children, black and Latino, in foster care, okay? So we're still enslaved. So we have to try our hardest and do our best to educate ourselves on understanding where we need to be. We need to be further ahead mentally. We need to be further ahead physically. We need to be further ahead emotionally, financially. We need to be ahead. So instead of, we spending money on cars and, the newest Jordans and, the newest lace front and, going to concerts and, spending money, going out to eat all the time. We need to spend money on investing in ourselves so that we can learn about ourselves. Because if we just keep buying stuff from the Europeans and we just keep going to the European restaurants, we'll never learn about ourselves. We'll never know how powerful we are, and we will never know our potential, and we'll never be able to bind and come together. That's why I try to educate myself as much as possible, so I can educate my kids as much as possible, so that I can educate my people on social media as much as possible. What the fuck is this? Okay, so I mean, at the end of the day, guys, we as black people have to strive, okay? Instead of spending our money all the time on European stuff, okay? On European stuff, we need to spend our money on our black minds so that our mindset can grow, so that we can understand ourselves. We understand white people. We understand Europeans, right? We need to understand blacks. We need to understand us. We need to understand royalty. We need to understand riches. We need to understand prosperity. We need to understand abundance. This is where we come from, right? We don't come from slaves, okay? We come from royalty. So this is why we have to educate ourselves to the fullest, okay? We have to educate ourselves, guys, to the fullest, okay? Because you are the only one that's going to get it done. If you don't know shit, your kids won't know shit, okay? Your grandkids won't know nothing. We have to make sure that we know where we really come from. We come from gold. We come from silver, God's money, okay? We don't come from this paper dollar shit. We come from gold and silver, which is real money. We bartered, right? Gold and silver. We bartered for food. We raised our cattle. We raised our cows and our goats, and we planted our foods. That's what they do in Jamaica. That's what they do in Ghana. Okay? In America, they don't even believe in herbs. Everybody in Jamaica, guess what? They smoke weed. Ain't no pharmacies everywhere. No, in America, every corner's a fucking pharmacy. In Jamaica, there's a pharmacy every hour somewhere. Because if they get sick, the baby gets sick, they go in the backyard and pick the herbs, make a tea, or they smoke and they feel good. So we got to understand self. So being enslaved, yes. But can we get out of it? Yes. Right? But instead of spending money on jewelry, instead of spending money on cars, instead of spending money on going on trips, instead of spending money on a new lace front, the new Jordans, the new Birkin bag, the new Louis bag, spend money on ourselves. Our mind. We need our mind to expand. These are the colors that blacks need to wear. Green, okay, is for the grass. Yellow is for the sun. Okay, red is for Rastaman. And green is for the people. Okay, so we need, right, to understand these colors. Marcus Garvey, right? We need to understand these colors, not red, white, and blue. That's not for us. You know, a lot of people talking about, oh, American oppresses us, but then they wear red, white, and blue on Independence Day. I actually bought an outfit for 4th of July. And after I came from Jamaica, I said, I don't even want to wear that fucking color. Americans don't give a fuck about Americans. No, they don't. They give a fuck about foreigners. That's why foreigners can come here, whole pack of Indians, right, can come here, or a whole pack of Pakistanians can come here and prosper. Right? They give a fuck about foreigners. They don't care about Americans. And it's crazy because in Jamaica and in the other countries, they give a fuck. Right? And when I went to Jamaica, the guy was like, y'all rich in America. And no, we're not. No, we're not. America does not take care of its people. America does not care about its people. So again, guys, in order for us to know more about self, we have to invest in ourselves. Okay, that's why I preach it. I think in my Amazon class, I'm gonna have a module on just black history. Okay, with the stuff that I've learned. Okay, because we need to know this stuff. We need to know this stuff. I'm gonna add a black history piece, a black history module to my Amazon course. Okay, so I'm gonna help people make money on Amazon. I make tons of money on Amazon, but I need my black people to understand themselves, because everybody's only chasing the paper dollar. No one really wants to keep and constantly invest in themselves. No one. Okay? No one. No one. No one. No one. No one. So again, Invest in yourself today. Get some books. Let me tell you the books that, what books I posted. Follow me on Instagram. I have books on Instagram. Let me see. I'm going to tell you, guys, what books. So, here's one book, Mansa Musa. Oh, let me take this off. This is one book. This is the next book. Make sure you guys screenshot this. This is the next book for black people. This is the next book. So I'm actually getting all of these books. I'm going to try to get it on Audible. Hopefully it is on it. If not, I'm just have to go to Barnes & Noble and get it. So invest in ourselves, guys, so that we can know more about self. Love you guys. CreateMyOwnEconomy.com.